Stitch Era is a complete professional software for the creation and addition of embroidery designs and other types of apparel decoration. Stitch Era is the most convenient tool for companies that produce embroidery and other types of clothing decoration, and for design centers that create embroidery designs. Starting from an image created in any graphic application, from a photo, drawing, or simply from your idea, the software gives you all the tools to digitize that art and turn it into an embroidery design or a multi-decoration design that you can then produce with your machines. Stitch Era includes all the tools the designer needs. It does not require the use of any other external program, since it allows to perform all associated activities. Organize the collection of designs. Read existing designs files. Modify or customize designs. Create new quality designs. Import art from bitmap images. Import art from vector images. Vectorize images. Convert art to embroidery. Export designs in many machine formats. Stitch Era excels in many aspects, among others: modern, productive, easy to learn, and easy to use user interface. Multi-decoration designs, including several decoration specialties in a single design. It does not require any external programs. It covers all activities, which are perfectly integrated. It includes a huge set of creation tools to produce outstanding designs. Full editing allows to adjust each element, each object, and blocks of objects for all object types. Precise control of properties that affect design quality. Let's look at some of these points in more detail. Stitch Era is a single and standalone application that offers all the functionality embedded without the need of any extra module or any additional software. The design can start from a raster image from a photo, an image file, a scanned image, an image created in a graphic application, or a raster image downloaded from the internet. The user can choose the method to digitize raster images. Classic digitizing, using the image as a reference to create objects. Assisted digitizing, interactive process to create objects. Automatic digitizing, one step to convert an image to a design. The user can also start a design using a vector image from a graphic vector file, a vector image created in some graphic application, a vector image downloaded from the internet, or the user can simply create new shapes on the fly. When art comes from vector images, digitizing is accurate and immediate. Stitch Era offers many tools for the creation of designs. The user can insert objects of any shape, letters from pre-digitized fonts, letters from TrueType fonts, and pre-digitized motifs. While the design is being created, the sequence of objects is converted into a sequence of stitches and machine commands. The created designs can be exported to many standard embroidery machine formats, which are compatible with most embroidery machine brands. Stitch Era includes a vectorizer module, which converts raster images into vector objects. It makes graphic editing much easier. Stitch Era includes features to edit and combine vector objects. No need to use other graphic applications for basic editing. Any object created in Stitch Era can be fully edited in detail: geometry editing, properties editing, and blocks editing. Not only the program can edit objects, it can also edit stitches individually or block of stitches. Stitch Era can also read embroidery designs in machine formats. An imported design is basically a sequence of stitches. Stitch Era can recognize patterns and convert groups of stitches into objects to make object editing easier. As you can see, Stitch Era includes the required features for all activities related to embroidery designs in a single application. No need to switch between different programs or purchase any other software. This is an all-in-one product. Here is how Stitch Era looks like. Elegant windows which are very easy to understand. At the top of the screen, there are several sets of tools arranged in tabs organized to facilitate the learning and the use of the program. They look familiar because they have the same style and way of use as the Microsoft Office software package. The tools can be visible at the time they need to be used, but not all at the same time. Anytime. To achieve greater productivity while working, Stitch Era creates and opens new toolbars automatically that adapt to the available tasks at any time. This is what we call dynamic context bars. Below the context bars, there is the main bar. The left side of the bar shows the main functions that allow users to choose among the most basic activities that Stitch Era offers. Create new objects, edit objects, and convert objects. There are many available options for each activity. Stitch Era is an MDI-type software. That is, it offers a multiple documents interface. This means that Stitch Era allows users to work with several designs at the same time. This can be useful when users want to use parts of several designs to build a new one, to create several designs almost simultaneously, or to compare several designs. Users can switch between the designs through the color tabs. The work area is the space where the design on progress is graphically displayed. Stitch Era offers many view options for this area: zoom, simulation, rules, grids, reference lines, etc. At the left of the work area, there is a vertical toolbar. According to the activity that is being carried out, this bar can adopt different functionality: color palette for vector graphics, palette of embroidery threads, palettes of stones or sequins. Below the work area is the stitching sequence bar. There, the distribution of the stitches with the colors of the corresponding threads is shown from left to right. This tool is ideal for checking the sequence of stitches before preparing the designs for production, thus avoiding errors. Several windows with specific functions can be opened from the right margin of the program. The most important window is the Object Manager, which offers two main functions: Document Map and Object Inspector. The document map shows a list of the objects included in the design in an easy-to-understand format. Anytime an object is selected within the document map, it is also automatically selected in the work area. And in the same way, any object selected within the work area is also automatically selected in the document map. At the same time, the toolbar is updated to reflect the properties and actions that apply to that object. All the time, all views and tools are synchronized and adapted to the tasks that the users may want to perform, thus helping to achieve the highest productivity. While the main properties of the selected object are presented in the context bar, the Object Inspector displays all the properties that can be modified. Maximizing the Object Inspector allows easy review or addition of the properties of the design object. You can change all the properties of the objects, including the basic properties such as fill type, color, density, add special effects and make the precise adjustments to control the quality and detail. Changes made on object properties are reflected graphically in the work area instantly. So far, we have mentioned how the Stitch Era user interface looks, but that's only one part. The ease of use and productivity can be seen in the dynamics of the use of the program, where it is perceived how Stitch Era adapts to the tasks we're doing, presenting the relevant information and offering the functions available for each moment, both in context toolbars, right-click context functions, color bars, and all complementary views. Interface. To learn the secrets of the Stitch Era user interface, it is necessary to play with it for a while. Given the organization of Stitch Era and its dynamics of use, after learning the logic of the user interface, the user can quickly and naturally find the different functions that he or she wishes to use. As we've stated, Stitch Era has a modern, productive, easy-to-use, and easy-to-learn user interface. There are two aspects when we talk about creation tools. What can we create? It refers to the individual parts to create: object types, fill styles, and properties. How can we create? It refers to the available options to digitize the objects, the digitizing modes. Object types and fill styles. The objects of the design have been classified by type according to the geometric elements that they include. The basic object types are paths. They are open or closed shapes of a single stroke created with lines or curves. There are several fill styles available for paths objects and many properties to control for each fill style. Columns. They are areas defined by the ends of consecutive stitches direction lines. There are several fill styles available for columns objects and many properties to control for each fill style. Areas with uniform fill stitches. They are areas defined by the contour with a single stitch direction line. Many fill styles are available for this object type, with many properties to adjust the final desired look. Simple areas with turning stitches. These are areas free of holes defined by the contour with several stitch direction line. There are several fill styles available for simple area with turning stitches objects, and many properties to control for each fill style. Area with flexible fill stitches. They are areas defined by the contour with stitch direction defined by a polyline or a curve. There are several fill styles available for area with flexible fill stitches objects, and many properties to control for each fill style. Geometric shapes. This method is useful when the objects to create have geometric shapes. Stitch Era offers many predefined shapes ready to pick and use. The procedure is as simple as inserting the desired geometric shape, adjusting its dimension, and placing it in the correct place. Classic digitizing. This is the most used method because it allows to digitize any shape and offers total control over the result. The procedure requires that the user defines the geometry of the object by inserting straight or curved nodes, following the shape of the art that is used as a reference. The curves can be arc or Bezier type. Assisted digitizing. This method allows to accelerate the digitizing through the automatic recognition of the contours of the regions defining by their colors and raster images, bitmap, etc. Just click on a region defined by a color, and Stitch Era will define the geometry of the object. The Auto Trace mode performs the digitization of the contour only, allowing the user to define other geometric elements such as the direction line of the stitches. Instead, the Auto-Complete mode performs both the digitizing of the contour as well as the other elements of the geometry of the object, including the direction lines of the stitches. The Auto-Complete mode can also recognize complex shapes and create objects with cut lines and several lines directions. Hand-free digitizing. Although this method is not commonly used, it is useful in some special cases. Users can create objects easily by simply dragging the cursor around the work area. If the shape of the created object approaches a regular geometric shape, the software recognizes it and adjusts it to give it precision. This method is also useful when the result is intended to have the characteristics of a design created by freehand, preserving its irregularities. Vectors digitizing. When the art that is used to create the design comes from a vector graphics, or if the art is imported from commercial graphic applications, the digitizing is automatic and the result is precise. Auto-digitizing. This is the fastest way to create a design from an image because all objects are created in a single step. It can be useful to create preliminary samples of designs when the art is of good quality and the complexity of the design is low. Once the design is created, the user can edit it completely. Photo digitizing. When the image is a portrait, there's a special digitizing mode to automatically create the design according to the brightness or color of the photo. The lettering system allows to add texts to designs without requiring any digitizing. Stitch Era includes a library of ready-to-use fonts pre-digitized by professional designers. It is only necessary to choose the font, write the text, indicate the layout of the letters, and adjust the text according to the design requirements. Stitch Era allows to modify the text in general, the letters individually, and each of the objects that make up the letter also individually, providing absolute control over the result. In addition, Stitch Era can read TrueType fonts and convert them to embroidery objects. You can install an innumerable number of TrueType fonts available on the internet and quickly create designs with automatically digitized letters. One more time, the possibilities are unlimited. Quickly. The new monogramming system allows to create custom designs quickly. Stitch Era includes a library of monogram styles that are ready to be customized by simply entering the letters, and it has the flexibility to adjust the sizes and locations of the design. The users can also create different styles of monograms, choosing fonts and inserting the borders and ornaments available in the corresponding library, or designs created by the user. Stitch Era allows the creation of designs of different apparel decoration applications. The designs can include objects of different types of decoration. It is possible to create and edit objects of each type of decoration. The steps to follow to create and edit those different types are very similar, which simplifies the learning and use of the program. Simply selecting each object, the tools related to the corresponding decoration type are displayed. Objects of different types of decoration can be grouped and manipulated together. In addition, the objects of one type of decoration can be converted into objects of another type. Finally, you can export the design in the machine formats for each of the decorations included in the design.